Alright, we're cutting across to big breaking news that's coming in after reports suggested that the Andhra Pradesh government has gone ahead and barred the entry of CBI in the state without informing the state government. CBI sources have told Republic TV that they haven't really received any notification as yet, but they will go ahead and seek legal opinion once the communication is provided to them. CBI sources also telling us that a decision will be taken only after going through the notification that the Andhra Pradesh government has presented. Essentially, what the Naidu government has done right now is it's withdrawn the general consent that's given to members of the Delhi Special Police Establishment. That means the likes of the CBI and other central agencies to exercise powers and jurisdiction in the state. So essentially, with this general consent being removed, the CBI can't interfere with any case that takes place within the limits of Andhra Pradesh unless the state provides the permission to do so. CBI sources speaking out on this have told Republic TV that while they haven't really received the details of this notification, they will go through the same before deciding the next step, and in all likelihood, once they get that communication, they will figure out what exactly will be their next legal step. They will seek a legal opinion on how really to fight this. But this is also being viewed in a sense as a move by the Chandrababu Naidu government to take on the centre. We've been seeing, of course, a lot of tension between the centre and the Andhra Pradesh government. Is this another move by Chandrababu Naidu to really take on the centre and irk the government? The CBI has maintained at this point that while they haven't received the similar communication from the Andhra government, they will take some legal opinion on what really is the next possible step to be taken in this regard. The Andhra Pradesh government, on their part, have gone ahead and withdrawn the general consent that's given to members of the Delhi Special Police Establishment to go ahead and exercise powers and jurisdiction in the state. What you see on your screens right now is that particular form, that notification that's been issued by the Andhra Pradesh government, and in that, of course, the details about how the general consent has been withdrawn. With this particular notification, if the CBI wants to take any action, they will have to seek permission from the government, really. Let's go across to Dinakar Lanka of the TDP, who's joining us on this broadcast. Dinakar Lanka, isn't this a brazen attempt to try and curb the powers of the Central Bureau of Investigation?
It is very clear that things are happening for past 6 months around the CBI. It is evident that CBI independence were undermined by the union government led by the Narendra Modi. It is very clear that fabricated statements were prepared against the Rajya Sabha member CM Ramesh by means of Special Director Asthana, who allegedly involved in the bribery case. After careful examination of all those facts, these institutions, they are using against the political opponents for the sake of their convenience by the union government led by the BJP. It is the time. Already Supreme Court hearing is going on between Alok Verma, CBI Director, and Special Director Asthana in this regard. So we don't want to provide any such kind of interference by means of CBI, which was established as the Delhi Police Establishment Act 1946. It has no statutory power, no constitutional power to engage with any state in respect of any kind of inquiry. Otherwise,
no, so are you telling me, Mr. Dinakar Lanka, that there is going to be an attempt now by the TDP to curb the powers of the CBI, so much so that they're going to have to ask your permission to take any action? How does that make them independent?
It is very clear that it is a statutory provision. Till now, CBI is exercising their power in the state of Andhra Pradesh by means of permission from the state government. It is there. We withdraw that permission today. Due to non-independence of the institution which is happening, the things around it, it is creating clumsy. The institution's independence undermined by the union government.
Mr. Dinakar Lanka, you talk about non-independence, you talk about the fact that the CBI has been corrupted, or whatever words you want to use for the same. But by doing this, aren't you further, leading to that? Aren't you further convoluting the CBI? This is the Central Bureau of Investigation for a reason.
Whoever they are, when you want to interfere in the sovereignty of a particular state, definitely we have all power to exercise. We act very clearly. It is not institution. You go and examination.
Mr. Dinakar Lanka, stay with me. I want to bring in one more voice on this. Krishna Sagar Rao of the BJP is joining us on this broadcast. Mr. Krishna Sagar Rao, this is a step that's been taken by the Andhra Pradesh government where they've said that the CBI can't enter Andhra without taking our permission. Dinakar Lanka is saying we've done this because the CBI is no longer independent. What do you have to say to this?
No, I think there is neither method but a lot of madness in what they are saying. It is such a pathetic defense and such a misinformed statement. CBI is a central agency, and if there is a High Court or a Supreme Court monitored investigation, no one in the country can stop. It has access and jurisdiction legally over 29 states and 7 union territories. And by talking about Andhra Pradesh withdrawing permission to CBI and all, it's very lofty and doesn't have any basis, and it is so baseless that how can a state stop a CBI from investigating an issue which is High Court or a Supreme Court?
Yes, Dinakar Lanka, please answer. Mr. Dinakar Lanka, please answer.
What is Chandrababu Naidu trying to do? Declare
yes, Mr. Krishna Sagar Rao, Mr. Dinakar Lanka wants to ask you a question. Go ahead.
Yeah, can you declare, Krishna Sagar Rao ji, whether you are going to declare the CBI as a constitutional institution or statutory institution? Do you know that? How it is established? It is established under Delhi Police Establishment Act 1946. Every state should give permission to enter the CBI to exercise their inquiry. We have given permission previously.
At least make some sense on a national TV.
No, Dinakar Lanka, now let Mr. Krishna Sagar Rao answer. Let Mr. Krishna Sagar Rao answer. Yes, Mr. Krishna Sagar Rao, go ahead.
See, what I'm saying is, why is TDP trying to peddle nonsense on national TV? There is no basis for what he is talking. I mean, is he saying that CBI doesn't have jurisdiction for doing a court-monitored investigation? I think it is showing how scared Chandrababu Naidu and TDP are. If there is a CBI investigation reinitiated, they were trying to stall CBI investigation with some states influenced by their regimes earlier. And today, if a CBI is an independent investigation body. What is that they're trying to do? Why are they trying to smear an institution just because there is one or two allegations? It has been there all throughout.
Okay.
What is it new?
So this essentially, what we're seeing right now is the Andhra government has gone ahead and said that, look, if you don't take our permission, you can't enter Andhra Pradesh. Dinakar Lanka, thanks for joining us. Mr. Krishna Sagar Rao of the BJP as well, thank you for joining us on this broadcast. Let me go across to our senior news editor, Shravan Sen, also, who's joining us live from the national capital. Shravan, break this down for us. You know, the TDP is claiming that this is a warranted move of sorts, that this is needed in fact. But what is the CBI saying? What is the CBI's reaction to this notification from the Andhra government?
Well, Akshita, it's bizarre to say the least when it comes to a notification of this nature, that too from the state government. Now, as far as the CBI is concerned, remember this notification hasn't been received by the CBI as yet. However, sources do indicate that they are going to examine the notification once they receive it, and after which, in all likelihood, they are going to also seek legal opinion on this entire matter. Given the fact that many questions are already being raised as far as the mandate of the Central Bureau of Investigation is concerned, remember, their mandate, is across the country. It is not limited to a particular state or even under the Delhi Police Special Establishment Act. It certainly gives them the power to carry out investigation across the country, and that is exactly how they have been operating. Now, with regards to the question that was essentially raised by the TDP leader, that they need to take permission, in all likelihood that is going to be challenged by the CBI legally, because that's how the CBI has operated in the past. We've seen a similar sort of, a particular issue actually arising in Assam when this particular case was also dragged at the Guwahati High Court with regards to restricting the power of the Central Bureau of Investigation. However,
All right, Shravan, for the moment, thanks for joining us. Unfortunately, we're running short of time, but we're tracking the story very, very closely. Big developments taking place as the Andhra Pradesh government has now decided to pass a notification barring the entry of CBI in the state.